Hello and welcome. This is Mauri from Thinkercharts, and this is our daily strategy for Friday, the 31st of August. Now, before we go down to technical, I want to give you a quick reminder that this upcoming Monday, September 3rd, it's Labor Day, and the stock exchange will be closed. And for that reason, we're not going to be trading on Monday. We're going to have a long weekend, okay? So every week, I remind you on Friday to stay light, and especially in vision of this long weekend, I'm gonna reinforce that. Okay, we have to trade light tomorrow because it's Friday, and first of all, we don't wanna hand the week. The week was fantastic. We had such great opportunities all through the week. We don't want to break our capital increase and have a pushback. Okay, at the end of the week when there's nothing we can do about it until next week, okay? And then having to think about that loss the entire weekend. That's really a downer, okay? And what happens is like that not only breaks your bank, but it also breaks your psychology. It will break your confidence for the upcoming week. So let's stay light, okay? And let's get down to technical. So like every day, we're gonna start on slash ES. That is the chart for S&P 500, labeled as US 500 on Nadex. Okay, and on the chart, I have plotted a trend line. Okay, we are currently on an uptrend, and I have highlighted some higher lows, some touches where value basically touched the trend line. Okay, in this uptrend. We always want to start with the 4-hour chart. That is our macro view, what I like to call a macro view. That tells us where we are currently in the market. Are we at equilibrium? Are we oversold? Are we overbought? So on a 4-hour chart right now, it shows that we are mildly oversold. Okay, uh, but value has it's finding some support between Tuesday POC and Monday POC where there is a demand zone, okay, and also where value meets the outer band of the Kellner channels on a 4-hour cycle. To be considered also that on our Icon Ashes candles, we're seeing a reversal formation, a reversal pattern, okay, forming. That's something to keep in consideration. Okay, now let's move to our what I like to call micro view on a 15-minute chart, and let's start planning for tomorrow. To do all the thinking tonight, so that tomorrow morning we're just gonna execute our plan. So where do we visualize ourselves placing trades if value is gonna travel to the downside? And where are we gonna see ourselves placing trades if value is gonna travel to the upside? Okay, now let's start from the upside. Let me zoom out. Okay, so if it's gonna make it to the upside, I see these. This would be really like the only edge you have is this supplied zone right here. That is around plus 0.5 deviation. So really not much of an edge. There is really no structure to the upside, so this is not really my favorite zone. Definitely a no trade zone, everything above here. So if value is going to make it over here and then show some weakness and possibly poke back in, I will consider to sell value area I. Okay, again, this is not it's not really like my favorite trade. There is like potential for the bulls to actually like take value I. So I will maybe like put a small trade here. Okay, I'm gonna create an alert. Let's create it around here. Let's move to the 15-minute chart. I'm gonna put my alert here in the middle of the supply zone or above. Perfect. Okay. So if he goes up, definitely stay away here, and then if he goes back down, sell value area I. Okay. If is going to grind any lower. You guys can see that there is no structure to the left, no structure to the left. So this can be a big drop past this demand zone right here. So if he doesn't find any support, which it is somehow finding some support now, but if he will fall behind and value will travel down, I will definitely pass on negative zero point 0.5, and then on Friday POC, if I see that there is any sort of pullback and bounce in volume, a little pullback, I might consider buy this deviation level on I will move to a smaller time frame, okay, and I will buy on when it start forming lower highs. I will buy possibly on a lower high around here on negative 1 deviation, okay, and it has to happen like early in the morning, so the dump will happen all through the night, and then by a negative 1 deviation early in the morning, okay. This is it as far as ES. Let's move on to the other indexes, okay. This is here slash NQ, that is Nasdaq, Tech 100 in Nadex, okay. Also here we have our uptrend, very much to all-time high here on 7694, where I already placed an alert. My trade for tomorrow, if value is going to make it up here, okay. If it shows any weakness before morning, possibly enter and buy this plus zero point 0.5 deviation level past it on a on a higher low, okay, right here, and possibly wait for a run to Wednesday POC for me to TP, okay. Again, this is definitely not my best trade. Also, know that Nasdaq has some fundamental in place for this week, but mostly for next week, for the release of the new iPhone. So just be on the lookout. If there is a drop, there is no much structure to your left. So I would imagine this negative zero point 0.5 deviation level to be very thin. So I will definitely wait for value to reach a negative zero point 0.1 deviation, and even halfway almost to Monday POC for me to consider buying possibly here, but it has to happen all this drop through the night and then early in the morning for me to possibly do like a morning V, uh, which is not impossible, but definitely not not certain, okay. All right, so let's go quickly through the other indexes, okay. We have slash YM, okay, that is labeled wall 30 in Nadex, okay. Same condition on uptrend, all-time high, okay. Same thing for for a run of the upside. Already put an alert there. If I'll make it over here and then show some weakness, I will consider around plus 0.1 a sell position right there. Again, has to be an happening really early in the morning, okay, which I see it very improbable. If it'll break through our trend line, and then it will start dropping down quickly through the night, and then tomorrow morning I'll find it here under this huge demand zone. Definitely buy a Friday POC. It's it will be a good strategy for tomorrow. So I'm gonna put an alert that I don't have here, or below. Great, perfect. Okay, now let's go to RTY that is labeled as Russell 2000 on Nadex. Okay, same thing, an uptrend, all-time high. Okay, some structure to the upside. If you'll go anywhere higher, plus 0.5, no trade zone for me. If it'll show weakness and return down, I will definitely buy. We'll switch to a lower time frame. Look for a lower high in proximity of plus zero point 0.5 deviation level, and then run down position, and then possibly collect on value area I TP. Okay, value area I, and will like intersect also uh, possibly somewhere with Wednesday POC and our trend line, our uptrend line. So we gotta be on the lookout for that. If it'll break through and run for the downside, there is more structure here, so definitely it might take a little bit longer. I do see a little opportunity around negative zero point 0.5 here. So if there is any diminishing in volume, and then some sort of reversal forming, possibly buying a Friday POC can be a very small position around morning. Okay, if it doesn't happen, and then possibly have further drop, definitely this is a much better area for me to be buying. Negative zero point 0.1. I'll just be really, I will pay a lot of attention on the cycles. Where are we in the cycles by that time? And how is the volume doing? Okay, I really doubt that it's gonna make it down there in the morning. Maybe like end of day today, if there is a run to the downside. Okay, also great plots and great charts on commodities and forex for tomorrow. I'm not gonna go and cover any of the specifics for tomorrow in regards to that, but we can definitely go and discuss it on our live trading room chat. Okay, so get me on the chat and we can discuss and share some thoughts in regards to those. Okay. Now, really want to thank you for watching, and we'll regroup on Tuesday and have a happy weekend. Okay, thank you.